Hello, thank you for coming again. The I Am in this session will be talking about experience levels, oneness in chaos, mind versus heart, and light protects. I'll begin reading now. There is more anticipation of this connection for clarity that I said would be having, and anyone through this communication, as it is shared by you through you. I will not deal so much with details of the experiences to come, for they will be so varied for each individual, and yet they, of course, will be connected, because this is about the global and universal response through these experiences being accelerated. In general, the statement that I made and am making is that this acceleration is again global and universal, and it is accelerated for the year. So this information is for the year in human time. I previously referred to those experiences pushing themselves and others, and that is the interactions of the humans and their immediate family and social groupings, and even the groupings that are for each nation, the social, the political. So there are groupings that start on a personal level for the pushing, and of course those that are expanding to the groupings, shall we say, of nations and global groupings. All of these will have an effect on each personal person as well. So there is a combination of experiences that will be coming. Each one will have an experience that is just personal within their immediate. And then, of course, they are going to respond to that collective experience on different levels, depending on their personal interests and exposures. So, example, the marching that is done by humans who gather together with a common goal of change. And then there are those that are political that come together for a common cause for change. And so on, and so on. The nations will join together for common change. Anywhere there is change or the pursuit of change, there will be conflict. There will be the opposites that exist in this third dimensional reality. And of course, conflicts in themselves cause disappointment, or despair, or anger, or resentment, jealousy, and hatred even. But it also causes love and connection, combining our mutual higher goals. Compromise again in any negative. There is positive, and we grow from this. But it is also love and the connection combining our mutual higher goals. Compromise again in any negative. There is positive, and we grow from this. We grow together as a whole. We grow together individually in response to our choices. Each light being will have their own personal ups and downs, their own challenges, but they are in a better state or position within themselves. They are in a better position to choose the light quicker, consciously, because the light is already flowing, and they have that knowing. And it is that knowing that is being shared with others. We also will reinforce one another's courage, one another's influence, one another's comfort, so to speak. And that again is collective as well as individual. So the oneness that is coming together will come from that seeming chaos. Chaos again on all levels, but the oneness will come from that. So you see, the negative that seems to be coming will be a gift of positive, of light for choosing. Then the choices of those individuals, as well as the collective consciousness, raise themselves to a higher level of being, to a higher level of frequency and light, and we become closer and closer, individually and globally, in our highest ascension, to our 5D reality that we are ascending to. And those conflicting pushes that are being made individually and collectively, socially, and etc. In those pushes, there will be those who do not choose the light. And I will always touch on these because they are a concern for those who love the all that is. There will be those in their personal circles that do not choose the light, and yet we love them on an even human level. But we cannot concentrate on individuals and their choices. We must only concentrate on our own. For it is our own choices of light that help them make better choices. It is our own choice of light that help us to fulfill our mission, to help us fulfill what we came to do, And again, I reiterate, when I use the we, I am one with all that is, each individual that is within each group on all levels that are ascending to their highest choice, that are evolving to their level of choice. My promise is the ascension, but my promise is also the evolving of each individual's choice on the level that they choose. As conflicts accelerate, there will be heightened emotions to be dealt with. There will be fears and anxieties. There will be the dark wolf, but will also always be with that light wolf. For they will walk that path together, and they will offer what both have to offer. There will not be from me any kind of forcing of choice. I will never force one to make a higher choice. I will always be there with any choice that anyone makes. I will be both of these wolves walking in 3D with them, and that is my gift for them. For each human will have a higher choice that anyone makes. Oops. Sorry. For each human will have a higher understanding. They will be closer to understanding the clarity of the questions they have. But within their accelerated experiences must come to them comfort, for them to be receptive consciously, receptive of their higher awareness. It is difficult to be in the knowing of the I am when in 3D. The knowing is that part that is faith, for that unseen. But it is the clarity of one's being. Some things in their higher state for third dimensional reality of mentality is the challenge for each. Mental, the mind cannot always find that balance. The clarity that we seek, one must think and choose through their heart chakra, through that light. For it is the purest, and it has all of the information, all of the answers, and all of the guidance, all of the unconditional love that they need to get through this seeming chaos, to get through this confusion that will come. Now, these moments of confusion or fear or panic even, or whatever our response to it, for the light beings, a level of empathy. And a reminder, empathy is a blessing and is a good thing, but it must not be that which we concentrate on, because empathy will have you experience another's experience, and it is their own. It is not yours. We have our own. They must be experienced in seeming separation, so they can and we can confirm our oneness. Articulation is a challenge. There are so many languages throughout the universes, and in any language, articulation is trying to put into some kind of words, some kind of understanding. Words are a limited medium. It is in itself a challenge, and it is difficult. But again, I try to bring all understanding in its understanding in the moment for the need, to fulfill the purpose of the articulation, the intent of the articulation to each of us, to each of you. Your level of connection will be deeper with each session, and the information that will come as it has been and can be utilized by the individuals. For we do not want distractions, especially in this time of chaos when there is so much to choose the light from, when there is so much confusion coming and seeming negative, but the light is there. It is the light we must focus on. Clarity on some higher levels is not a necessity at this time. I will always encourage. I will always guide. I will always comfort and reassure. But as we evolve as individuals, as all of this takes place in this time, it will be for the highest good for all of you. Now, the most fear and the most panic and the most negativity will obviously be with those who are not choosing the light. They will be going on, shall we say, old pattern responses. You must be patient with those. The majority of humans will not choose the light at this time. They will choose the light at some time in their own personal evolving. So there will be much disappointment as we watch others not choose the light. But I remind you, they will still receive more light for their choosing. And eventually enough light that they evolve in their own time, in their own journey. So that is one of the challenges, is those of us that we love and we know. We must allow them their choice of, shall we say, the opposite, to walk with the dark wolf. But the light wolf will always be with them as well. For when the time comes, that will be the dominant self in them. But nothing is lost and no one is lost. And again, the chaos is here to present light, to present the balance, the wholeness, the oneness, which is opposite. For from the highest truth, all is for that highest good. Now, there will be much change outside the personal, although the personal is always connected. We must change in the political scenarios globally, social scenarios globally, financial scenarios globally. So globally is including all humans in all countries, on all continents. It will be a total oneness as change accelerates. Now, these accelerated changes that we have, they will continue, but they will continue to offer much joy to many who choose. So joy will be accelerated as well. So please understand this when these experiences are being offered. As these accelerate toward the highest good, toward the ascension, for those who continue to choose light, we can concentrate on just the ascension process and how much joy you will choose. Each choice you make for joy and light, with the clarity of that highest truth that you know. In being in that knowing is that light, and being in that knowing and holding that knowing despite what is going on around you and the others around you, despite the choices that they choose and experiences they have in response to those choices. Hold steady and fast with the knowing and the highest truth, for that is the journey that all of the light beings are going to be on and are on for the ascension. Do not be pulled down by the chaos of the world, for it is a necessity. And do not be pulled down by the confusion and fear and panic, as humans have a natural fight or flight response that is primal. But your higher self, your light being self, is here to be that light to guide them through that primal response. The darkness that seems to be presenting them as they desperately try to see and understand things that they have not chosen to see and understand. They choose the experience. So from those experiences they can evolve. But you are already in that level of evolving. So do not be pulled down by that. Now, the highest truth, when you are in the highest truth, you are protected. All beings of light are protected. All humans that have their light increased to that higher 5D level are protected by the light itself. And I remind you, the light is the most powerful energy in all that is. It is the dominating force, and it is the controlling force in that all that you see before you and all that you will see happening, everything is created from a higher purpose. And my higher purpose for all of you will be successful. So let there be no fear, no moment of hesitation of what the highest will be. It will be the highest good. The negative will not win. It will not dominate. But many things may seem to be that are not. Do not be fooled by these things you see. Do not be drawn into the negative that seems to dominate everything, for it does not. The power of the I am that I am is complete and in control and fulfilling my promise. My promise is to help you to ascend, to help you to evolve to the next human level. For none of my children on any planet in the universes, none of my creations will be stagnant in any kind of lower frequency, but will evolve, and this is the time for human evolution. Those who choose to evolve are exercising their free will for that purpose. Those who do not make that choice at this time are exercising their free will, but they will evolve. They do have more light because of the experience. So they are closer to evolving. Do not worry about them. Let them go their path. You continue on your higher path, for there are millions who need light beings. There are millions who need to be able to be assisted in the evolving. In this fulfilling of my promise, the assistance is there. The comfort is there. The power is there. And the power is the light. Do not feel powerless, for you are not. You are not powerless. For you are the I am. Your highest self is the I am. Choose your higher self. There is in the fulfilling of your purpose, your beingness, why you are here. So all this around you, look at it from the highest perspective, and you will see the clarity of it. You will be in the knowing of it, in the full understanding of what is happening. For this truth I give you is a gift. It is that clarity you need to make the choices and be what you need to be and do what you need to do. And I thank all of you for coming, all of you light beings who help those who are ascending, those who are evolving. For it is a painful experience. It is a confusing experience. Even when they choose light, the uncertainty in them is just human, and they will overcome it. The more they experience that light, the more they experience their knowing, the more they experience their higher self, they will overcome, and the clarity and the strength of the collective consciousness is coming together more and more, and the ascension is imminent. Keep the comfort and knowing that those around you who have not chosen the light to the degree that you have still have more light, and the ascension is a truth for them as well. So you leave no one behind. There is no leaving anyone behind. There is no disconnecting from them. For I am the I am, and you are connected to all that is. I am one with all that is. It is the oneness that is the highest awareness that I want you to have, because therein is your infinite comfort, your infinite guidance, is your infinite highest truth. It is unconditional love. And when you understand that highest truth, you will understand that your personal path, your personal journey is in the light, is being the light that you are. Now I end the session now, increasing in each of you the inner knowing and healing, which give more clarity of your oneness and our oneness, the I am that we are.